What's up, everyone? Welcome to Avengers Week here on Reels Movie Podcast. And this is a special week. We're leading up to Avengers Endgame coming out this Thursday, so I will be reviewing each of the Avengers movies leading up to Endgame. You're going to be asking me, why aren't you doing all the movies? Who has that much time? And that's like 22 movies, going on 22 movies, and I just wanted to cover the Avengers movies in itself. That doesn't include Civil War, even though that's Avengers 2.5, but I wanted to just cover the main Avengers movie. And I'm not going to give you a spoiler warning because there is nothing to spoil. This movie came out in 2012, so if you haven't seen this yet, even though you are missing out, you're choosing not to see it, so it's your choice. Earth's mightiest heroes must come together and learn to fight as a team if they're going to stop Loki and his alien army from enslaving humanity. This is the sixth movie of the MCU, which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's 5 movies leading up to this. We had 2 Iron Mans, a Thor, Captain America, and Incredible Hulk movie. And this is the first appearance as Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, aka Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton, who was in the Incredible Hulk, passed on this project and future roles with as Bruce Banner, and pretty much passed it on to Ruffalo. But we also get characters returning. Black Widow comes back from her last appearance in Iron Man 2. Hawkeye from Thor. Nick Fury, Agent Coulson, Maria Hill, Pepper Potts, and Loki. Everyone comes up back, and we have this all-star cast shaping up. Everything was brought together with the help of director Joss Whedon. Whedon, who's best known for TV's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, also Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse, and even directed the movie Serenity. Whedon is a great director. I believe Whedon was a perfect choice to start off the Avengers series and bring all these together. Whedon has a great eye on, directing. He's a really good director. He's kind of a fanboy, so to speak, on this. And he's obviously pretty much directing it for the fans as well. Now, this movie is a nonstop thrill ride that fires you up immediately. Loki invades Earth in search of the Tesseract, a powerful energy source with unknown potential. Loki has someone backing him as well, and that would be Thanos. We'll get into more of him later. But pretty much Thanos is the puppet master to Loki. Loki just wants to rule the world, be the rightful king to Asgard. So he's going to take over Earth as opposed to Asgard. A lot of people do discredit the Marvel villains, especially the earlier ones, saying they're very dull. Loki is the complete opposite of that. Even though he's just a pawn, the Thanos, Tom Hiddleston, plays the role of Loki, beautifully. He can be funny, cocky, arrogant, charming, menacing, all at the drop of a dime. Out of all the MCU villains, Loki's right up there to tops. Loki has multiple times, he got to shine throughout this. Even though he does come off weak many times, he tries to talk his way out of fighting, and it doesn't work for him all the time. Obviously, we've seen it with the Hulk, where Hulk just grabs him and flings him around like a rag doll. But Loki's a good villain. He's very smart and mischievous. Like, that's who Loki is. But I think out of all the Marvel villains, he's least top 3 or 4. With the previous 5 movies leading up to this, it's going to be really hard to figure out how to incorporate all these heroes into the story and let it flow very naturally. Whedon does a great job of that with the story. Stark and Banner are more interested in finding the Tesseract. Captain America is focused on saving the world. That's all he wants to do. Thor wants to stop Loki. Black Widow wants to bring Hawkeye back after he was brainwashed by Loki. So bringing all the characters together seemed like it would be very hard to figure out, but it worked in the movie and it worked naturally. They didn't force it down our throats, or they just didn't just spring it upon us. It worked very well together. They all have a common ground, common enemy, and the chemistry between all of them shine. I would say the biggest problem with all the characters was Hawkeye. He was there at the start really doesn't do much to the final act. Yes, he was brainwashed, but he was more of a footnote and like a side piece rather than the other Avengers. I mean, people want to see Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, but Hawkeye is an Avenger, but he was just a minor subplot. Another issue that might not bother people, but we have these group of heroes, all different personalities, we have everyone different. They all want the same result, obviously, save the world, stop Loki. But they need a pep talk by Fury, kind of like a win-win for the Gipper type thing after Agent Coulson is killed to get up to fight Loki. I just don't think it was needed for the movie. I mean, they're already fearing down because Coulson got killed. Why do they need a pep talk? Why does Fury need to, you know, pour more gas on that fire with that? I didn't think it was needed. We already leading up to the final battle. It just didn't feel needed or feel like it was just kind of extra runtime. Another thing that bothered me, which I noticed on the rewatch, that was never mentioned at the end of the movie or in other future MCU movies, that Thor falls out of the helicarrier after being tricked by Loki and he's locked in this prison that was built for the Hulk. He falls to the ground and he goes to pick up his hammer because if you've never seen a Thor movie, he sticks his hand out and the hammer comes to him like a magnet. He tries that here, but the hammer doesn't come. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't explain why that happens or what's going on. It's totally forgotten and just made zero sense. Everything leads up to this massive battle in New York. I believe it was around 45 minutes or so of just straight pure action and fun fucking times in this third act, this whole battle. Loki's army, the Chitauri, invades New York, and the Avengers do everything they can to stop them and save the planet. Everyone gets their own time to shine. They multiple times, like everyone has multiple instances that's shown of how badass of a character they are. It's amazing. Hawkeye comes out of the shadow and shows off his amazing archery skills, which is the first time we actually legit see it in the MCU. They work together as a team. Thor and Captain America, Hulk and Thor, Captain America and Iron Man. Everyone works as a legit team, and it just is a fun ride right from the start, and it gets you pumped up just sitting there watching it. My grade for Avengers is an A. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Avengers. Tune in tomorrow for the review of Avengers Age of Ultron. Remember, if you like this review, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. I'll see you later.